The national energy market fails, became nationalised today, and the energy minister in New South Wales says, don't use your freaking dishwasher, Michael. Let's not muck around. This is a full-blown disgrace.
Mate, we must be an international laughing stock. We've got more uranium, oil, gas, gold, diamonds, whatever. I mean, we're the most, together with a couple of countries in Africa and South America, the most energy-rich country on the globe. And our 5 top exports, for example, are from the minerals industry, oil and gas industry. I mean, we are exploding with natural resources, yet we have an energy crisis. What a farce. We have no nuclear industry, even though we've got the second biggest deposit in this country of uranium. I mean, what a total farce over the last 20 or 30 years that we've seen. And quite frankly, the other thing we've got to look at is these companies, these energy companies, we've got a free market, we understand that, but you can't be exporting, your oil and gas and coal overseas at record prices and not leaving enough for Australia. So some kind of gas reservation should be involved in this country because, as people say, they're getting wartime prices to spend it to export it overseas, and that the poor old Australian consumer is told to turn off his TV and whatever. I mean, you're absolutely right, mate. What a farce and what an embarrassment.
Well, honestly, here is the new energy minister. Can we play it again? Patting himself on the back. Oh, there were no blackouts. Here we go.
Yesterday, AEMO directed more than 5,000 megawatts into the market. Using their powers, they directed generators to bid into the market and to generate more than 5,000 megawatts across the national energy market. As I said, AEMO advises that the situation continues to remain, that load shedding and blackouts are unlikely.
Now, you don't have to explain the rate rises in Brisbane, but you've got to try to tell me about how it's acceptable, Nick, in 2022 for an energy minister, apparently the greatest energy minister and environment minister ever in Green Keane, to say this to the biggest city in the freaking country. Roll the tape.
What we want to see is if there is an opportunity for people to reduce their energy usage, so perhaps not using the dishwasher until you go to bed, that would help.
Nick, what the hell is going on?
Look, unfortunately, I think we are paying the price for 9 years of incompetent energy policy by the federal coalition government. I mean, you just can't sleepwalk into a mess of this scale, Paul. This is what happens when you spend 9 years playing culture war games around climate change and energy policy instead of making the investments that are needed to keep the lights on and keep prices down. I mean, let's just look at what we're all in agreement on here. We hear that we are the largest gas producer in the world. Absolutely right, except we're exporting it all overseas. You've got 25% of the nation's coal-fired power stations closed because they're so old, so run down.
And you won't let them get renovated.
You've got the underinvestment that's occurred in new renewables that are cheap. And you get a cold snap. You put it all together, it's a perfect storm. And today you've got the new energy minister, Chris Bowen. He's got no other choice but to step in and say this market just ain't working. And the energy regulators stepped in and they've now had to suspend the operations of the market. And so they'll be paying essentially a fixed price arrangement, a compensatory arrangement, because it's all just collapsed in a hot, steaming mess.
What about